Oh, I broke it. I think every farm needs to have one of these.
I think it does. On your marks, get set, go.
I have no idea where we're going, but in true style, I have stacked it into a tree. And then a lamppost.
Oh, you haven't broken it, have you?
No, it's fine.
So this episode is just going to be us doing this, isn't it?
Pretty much, because we've got new toys. And boy, are they loud.
They are loud. Yeah.
I should have got a screenshot of that.
Did you do? I can't even see where you... Oh, I can.
I went over the rocks, and then I do feel we should maybe do a proper introduction at some point.
Yeah, not just us driving around being idiots.
Being hooligans.
Scared the deer.
Oh well.
Should we do some work?
I guess so. Welcome back to the Western Wilds, I guess.
Yeah, welcome back.
And a moment of idiocy. I'll head back to my farm now, and
I will catch you in a bit, mate.
Maybe I'll just have a play with this.
Mind that tree.
I couldn't write that, could I? And remember, all of my stunts are done by trained professionals.
Yes.
On a closed set.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. The actor that plays Disturbed.
Yes, I'm just going to leave that parked in the middle of the yard, I think.
They are pretty impressive bits of kit, aren't they?
They are. They handle really well.
They do, indeed. Right, I will catch you in a bit.
Just check for me that I am still a farm manager on my farm.
Yes.
I think I am.
Will do.
So we very quickly re-added up the value of our farms, and because we are both sadly engineers, there's a spreadsheet for that.
There is indeed.
Mine's about £428,000.
It is, and mine was 530 something, I think. 530,000.
Yep. So you're about 100,000 ahead.
Yep.
But still pretty close. I don't think it's over yet.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
No. And there are no ladies here, so it never ends.
Never ends. Poor viewers.
Yeah. Some of them are still watching it, so
yeah.
Probably lost another 10 or 20 with that stupid start.
Well, I don't know. It depends if they're monster truck fans or not.
That is true. Hopefully it goes down better than when Argsy and FSG tried to start with horse riding.
I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, I remember you said though it was a bit of a, yeah.
Yeah, it was quite interesting that they both. I think they chatted about it on a stream afterwards, and it was like it just completely bombed because the thumbnail was them on horses.
Oh. Well. Yeah, we won't. I don't think horses is going to fit in really. Although it's the Western.
I think you should definitely invest at least £200,000 in horses.
Well, yeah, I'd make it back in about 50 episodes.
Yeah, exactly. But then you'd be very wealthy, so I think it's worth it.
Yeah, there is that.
That's like I think the chickens idea was a bad idea, although it didn't cost me very much money. So I'm just going to leave them sat there, and maybe eventually the eggs will be worth a bit.
What are the eggs worth, to be fair?
It's a very, very good question.
I believe you've not checked.
I've forgotten. Wow. Nearly $6.5 grand for 1,000 litres.
That ain't bad.
How big's a pallet of eggs? Is it 1,000 litres or is it 500?
1,400, I think.
Okay, so it's about 15 grand sat there. Nice.
There you go. See, might not have been such a bad idea after all.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it a couple of days, I think, and maybe sell them then. I need something to throw. Oh, I could put them in the monster truck. I'm not sure how that would work because that's owned by the common farm.
Oh, yeah, of course. So, actually, be an interesting test.
Not a test I want to do. I don't want to lose the money if the test goes wrong.
Well, oh, yeah, there is that. Yeah, very true. Yeah.
So, yeah, I am going to get on with some work, so I'll chat to you in a bit.
Okay, mate, speak in a bit. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Western Wilds. We pick up where we left off with the ploughing of the new field. The worker is just finishing off the soybean planting down there on the first field that we made. So we are going to get this ploughing done today, hopefully, and get the seeding started. Other than that, it's a bit of a rinse and repeat, unfortunately, for this one. It's a necessary evil to get this ploughed up, but we'll try and make it as painless as possible. So I think, saying that, we'll crack on and do a bit of a time lapse.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Right, well, the worker on the Alice Chalmers has finished, so we're just going to tidy up around these headlands. You'll have seen that I repaired the Deutz and the plough. It was just over £4,000 for the Deutz, and then a couple of quid for the plough. It's not made much difference, but I might as well do it now and make sure it's all in tip-top condition. So you can head down here. There's a few little bits down the other end of the field, and then we can get this across and start putting in soybeans in the bit that we're ploughing. Right, so I've tidied up that field, so we can get this positioned about here. In fact, actually, I might do a headland, but first I want to get the little international, and we will top up with fertiliser, so at least then we won't run empty. We'll do a headland at the bottom, I think, and then that should stop the worker from trying to fertilise the field that's already done. Right, worker set off fertilising. So now we can get back to here. We'll do a couple of headlands maybe here, so it doesn't try and obliterate the oats, I think, to be planted. Yeah, oats. Thought so. Right, back into the Alice. Get this headland done? Are we lowered down? Yes, we are. Right. I know it's taken a little bit of the oats, but doesn't really matter. Somebody's left a plough in the way. Never mind. Turning circle on this Alice is amazing. Turns on a dime. Right. Probably one more headland, and then we'll head back to this side that we're approaching now. Set that off on a worker and continue the ploughing. Right, slight change of plan. Had to intervene with the worker doing the fertilising as it just got to the end of the first pass and stopped, which was overly helpful. But yeah, we got everything working. Hopefully we can keep reasonably far ahead of the planter, seeder, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, get this turned around today so we can then just carry on. We'll be harvesting next time, so we'll have the straw to bale as well off the oats, and we'll just sell that. Waits to be seen whether it's actually worth doing or not, but we'll give it a go and we'll see. Well, I've retrieved the worker again. I don't know what is up with them today. I've done a headland down here thinking, yeah, that'll be fine. But no, he's got other plans, so we'll do it ourselves. I think those bits need doing. Nope. Right. Go up there now. I think it's going to be fine. Let's just check the map. No, how annoying. Something today with the workers. They're not wanting to play ball. Right, fertilising done. Oh dear, never mind. That worker's cracking on, which is good to see. At least that's working. Can't actually see what Mr. Disturbed is doing. Let's have a look on the map. Oh, he's ploughing as well by the look of it, and he looks like he's bought another plot of land. Let's have a look. He has. Look, yeah, he's gone for a third plot. Very good indeed. I wonder if he's going to try and make a straight field this time. Well, that's less than ideal. That is my own fault. I think so annoying. Never mind. I need to do more of a headland, I think. I need to keep an eye on that. That's really annoying. Right, let's get a headland across here, and then at least we are hopefully going to stop that happening again. So while we're plodding on through the ploughing and keeping an eye on what the workers doing, thought I'd have a quick look in today's sales. Oh, it's just updated. So we got a styer, header trailer, pickup head, slurry, tankers. Let's have a look. Mulcher, seeder, no. Could do with 89 grand or a monster truck. We could farm with that. Any trailers yet? No, nothing. Really annoying. 8S, 89 grand. Working. How quick does that go? 31. Might be an option. Let's stop there. Could be an upgrade, but I think we're doing alright. We've got a real workhorse in the Deutz. The Alice is quite capable of doing the seeding and the planting, and the little International works great doing the fertilising, so I don't think we need to invest in another tractor. There we go. Yeah, just need a bigger trailer, I think, really now. That will improve efficiencies. But yeah, let's crack on now again, probably onto a time lapse, and get this ploughing done. Ah, hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm all right. Have you checked in the store today?
No,
Go and have a look.
I will have a look in a second.
It's
Is there-
spooky.
Is there something good in there?
Yeah, it's quality.
I'm just trying to hook up to my planter.
You're struggling.
Yeah, as I said when we were chatting before, I don't use GPS very often, so I'm struggling to switch it off.
Yeah. Altex.
Are you talking about you're not talking about the versatile?
No.
Yeah. Maybe you should definitely buy two.
Not a bad deal, is it?
No, and I guess if it had any use, it might be worth it.
Well, I guess you could.
You could cart with it, I guess, if you can hook it up to a trailer.
Oh, can you imagine? It was bad enough with a 51-mile-an-hour truck.
Yeah. 100 mile an hour, 1,000 horsepower Bigfoot to do your karting with.
Oh yeah, Bigfoot. Of course, that's what the blue one used to be called, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's just been debranded so it can be on all platforms.
Yeah. New plot of land.
Maybe.
No, maybe about it. Very good.
Maybe. Yeah.
You
Keeping the
seen?
expansion going?
Have you seen where my worker decided to
Yes,
go rogue?
I did. Yes, that nice little shaved patch through the middle of your field.
Yeah. What a delight. It's my own
You
fault.
got carried away with the. I'm really impressed with this planter actually.
Is it behaving itself now? You've got the liquid
It
fur
is
on it.
now. I've put liquid fur in it, and it's working really well on the little case.
Ah, good.
Yeah, it's basically the same as the seeder we have, but it's a little bit wider.
Okay.
And it's putting liquid fur in for me at the same time, which means the field is going to be fertilised and good to go. So
Very good.
that's quite nice.
Interesting. The Alice can navigate the river as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's on the worker. It's just done a nice little U-turn through it.
as you say, you're blaming the worker for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's nice that he made that river so friendly. It's
It
not
is.
like the ones on Greenlands.
Yeah, and it's not like you can get a sugar beet harvester down there. Yeah, true.
No. And I would like to blame a worker for that as well.
But we all know that that's not the case.
But I'm pretty sure I might have been in the seat when that happened.
In the cockpit at the time. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. There's nothing really I can blame that on except my awesome driving skills.
Yeah. I think the blame lies firmly with you for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's doing it again. No, it's not. Sorry.
With with a new plot of land, I remember how much I would have liked to have had courseplay, but you know,
Yeah, it's I was saying it's a bit of a rinse and repeat, isn't it? This episode, well, for me
yeah,
certainly, but
yeah. I saw that you've gone for the universally accepted best crop as well.
yes, indeed.
Like we're both just going to be massive soybean harvesters now for the next 3 or 4 episodes
Yeah,
as we
yeah,
race to
definitely.
victory.
Yeah, it's close though, isn't it? Which
It
good.
is.
It's not like one of us is running away with it, so to speak.
No, and it's gonna. Having seen how much the chicken's worth, I'm really curious as to whether in a couple of months' time they are going to pay off that difference
Yeah,
and close
yeah.
the gap.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Just better hope that there's no foxes on the map.
Yes. Yeah. Thankfully, I don't think you can come and destroy the eggs or the chickens. So. There's a nice planter on sale in the store.
Is that the Kinsey one?
No, I was looking at the Cavernan one, but yeah, the Kinsey one might be a better option, I guess.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I've really kind of been ignoring the sales today, and maybe shouldn't have, but I'm waiting for you to buy that versatile.
Well, I was tempted with the Massey, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
No,
then I
you need to
realised it's Team Red.
Yeah, you,
So
you,
I won't
you
be doing that.
definitely need a versatile on the farm. I really want to get something like that for Calmsden.
It does work. You can,
Yeah.
as long as I think the tractors aren't too bad. It's the implements and the width of them
Yeah.
when
It's
they're
going to be
folded.
it's going to be affording the implements is the problem that I'll have.
Well, and that, yeah.
But yeah, I really fancy something like a quad track or the big New Holland T9.
Yeah.
Something that I've never really used that much.
Yeah, the New Hollands, the bigger New Hollands don't get used a great deal, do they? I think
No.
they're overlooked almost.
Yeah. And I don't know why people don't use them because they're nice looking kit. I think people just go by default to a quad track or a John Deere 9RX.
Yeah. Or that Xerion that they've just put on mod up.
Yeah.
That's a nice bit of kit as well.
Have you been the limited edition one?
Yes.
Have you been using that then?
I used it for about an hour.
Oh, you leased it, didn't you?
I did. Yes. But it was worth it. I thought I like using different bits of kit, and Follow Me with that was epic. So yeah.
Awesome.
Spoiler alert: if that episode's not out yet, I can't remember when that'll air.
Oops.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I think you posted a picture of it, didn't you, on Discord?
I think I sent it to you. Yeah.
Ah, you sent it to me. I
Yeah.
forget. I'm old.
You get sent so many pictures.
Yeah, and some of those ones you send me, you really shouldn't. You really don't need to.
Dirty man.
Yeah, I'm really bad at it varies actually. Sometimes I don't take that many pictures. Sometimes I take loads, and then I start posting them, and it's like, oh, there's a spoiler in there. But oh well.
I think it's whether people actually pick up on it sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, I know there aren't that many people that actively are on my Discord, so it's not that much of a problem.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not a problem either, because I quite like that it's fairly quiet.
Yeah, otherwise it gets a bit much, I would imagine, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't want to have to worry too much about having to moderate it.
No. There's a reasonably sensible bunch on there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Most of the time you lot behave. I really do quite like this Massey. I repaired it 4.5 grand to repair.
Yeah, I did the Deutz as well, and that was about the same, to be fair.
Yeah, I was much happier repairing the case, which cost me £8.
Yeah, I did the
I'm
plough
happy
as
to
well.
keep that. I'm happy to keep the case repaired and working.
Yeah, I mean, they've done. You can't knock them at all, can you? They are
No, but
super
it's
little tractors.
replanted my entire field for me on a worker absolutely fine.
Yeah,
So no, I'm pretty happy with it.
yeah, they
It's a
are.
bit
They got their
the
place, haven't they?
the gearbox is a bit clunky, but it's a really good cheap starter tractor.
It is. It was a good find, that was.
Yep, it was. As I think I said last time, I refound it a couple of weeks later, going, "Oh, that's a really nice little case tractor," and realised
Yeah.
it was the one we were using.
Yeah, I remember you said about that. Yeah, but yeah, no. All jokes aside, they've yeah done us well on here, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. I'm really pleased now, actually, in a sort of related, that the little Fiat tractors, or the medium-sized Fiat tractor's been fixed.
The Agri, yeah, it's had
Yeah,
an update, hasn't it?
yeah. The update says they fixed the gearbox, which they have, but they also seem to have fixed the fact that it couldn't plough.
Yeah, it was a weird one, that was, wasn't it? I remember.
Yeah.
I know you had the problem, and I think who else did? VF
VF
did,
had
yeah.
it as well. Yeah. It was really weird because I watched him using it and he was having all sorts of problems, and for ages it was absolutely fine for me.
Yeah.
I think I seeded with it, mowed with it, and it was fine. And it came to ploughing a field, and it was like, oh, it's ploughing about a third of the ground that it goes over.
No, I wouldn't see. It's not necessarily interesting, but I would like to have known what was causing that. Do you know?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
not that it probably would have meant anything to me. It would have been a coding term, I would imagine. But yeah,
yeah. I'm guessing it's something in the XML, which to do with the hitches and stuff, and the 3-point maybe, or some of the limits as to how far the 3-point can go down.
yes, could be, couldn't it? Yeah.
I've not really messed with vehicles at all to know how they work in that level of detail.
No, as we said last time, it's a dark art, isn't it?
Yeah, I've tried actually really hard with that Fiat to get the gearbox working. I got it sort of working, but they've done a much better job of fixing it.
Yeah.
And the most I've done with vehicles is give them stupid amounts of horsepower and make them much faster.
You converted though, didn't you, to what's that? Methane, wasn't it?
Yes, oh yeah, I
You
did
did
that.
your
That was,
electric
and the electric one, yeah,
telehandler.
yeah.
Is it
I
electric
do like
telehandler?
that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, like both of them are really quite helpful. The problem I had at one point is I didn't have enough methane to put in the T6
Oh, okay, yeah.
because it was it's really tempting to sell because it's worth a lot.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I had to switch the BGA on and get some methane going to be able to refuel it because I use it quite a lot on there.
Yeah, it's a
nice
handy little
size
tractor.
tractor. Yeah.
But it's not even little, is it?
Although there's a real version now. Although I think, not to be disparaging on modders, the version that released on ModHub, the interior looks quite cartoony.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's real or not.
Okay.
Because I think it's a prototype tractor that New Holland have released. So, because mine, when I was looking, you could get a T6 methane, but it was basically the normal one that they'd converted.
Yeah.
But I think they've now done a specific methane powered version,
Okay.
which is a slightly different body shape, which is
Yeah.
what the one that on ModHub is. Because I think you need a lot more volume for fuel.
Yes, yeah, you would do.
So the one that I was trying to base mine on, they take the front 3-point off and put a fuel tank. They hang an auxiliary fuel tank off the front.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then I think there's like 12 or 13 fuel tanks scattered around the vehicle wherever there's space.
Yeah.
Which is why the new one's got this weird kind of drop nose, which has a fuel tank on the front of it.
Makes sense. I'm surprised. Well, I'm not. I am, and I'm not. That hydrogen power hasn't appeared yet.
Yeah, I don't know much about hydrogen power and how
No, not
safe
me.
and stable, and there's one of the motorway services that I go past has a hydrogen refueling point at it,
Oh, okay.
that they built, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone refuel at it.
No.
It's this really big, it takes up quite a chunk of the edge of the forecourt, and yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone go anywhere near it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a well, not temperamental. It's dangerous.
Yeah, yeah. But
Effectively.
I guess in theory, it's very easy fuel to get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's why I think is it JCB
Yeah,
did
they
a
might have.
I think they did a telehandler.
And I think Ford did a prototype car, didn't they?
I can't actually recall.
I think they did. I mean, there must be vehicles around that use it for, I think this is a Shell or a BP fuel station to bother putting one in.
Well, yeah. Unless they got a grant for doing it.
Yeah, yeah, possibly.
They wouldn't spend their massive profits, would they?
No, and I went to, I'm guessing, what is the future of fuel stations, unless the whole world wakes up a bit. And I went past a fuel station in Bristol a few months ago that had about 20 electric vehicle chargers.
Oh, okay.
And it still had all the normal fuel pumps in the middle. And
Yeah.
there might have been a few less, but it had like 2 of the 4 sides of the forecourt were covered in electric vehicle chargers.
Yeah, the rapid chargers, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that's part of the future.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's the infrastructure that's got to catch up.
That's the cost for me, and the range. And the range is coming up. I think that I keep seeing a lot of adverts for the Volvo one, which has got 240 or 270 miles range.
Yeah, the range is getting there.
But I'm guessing that's way out of my price budget.
Well, I think Volvo do like a subscription thing now.
Yeah.
Where you can almost pay as you go. But that sort of theory. But yeah, it's I don't know.
I think I'll be sticking to diesel or petrol for a few more years yet.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. Although if that, I don't know if you saw it, the Rivian, the truck, American truck. It was on Top Gear. Freddie Flintoff was driving it.
I've not watched Top Gear since they got rid of the actual presenters of Top Gear.
Oh, okay, fair play. Yeah, that Rivian truck, it's a beast.
Yeah.
It's. I think I can't remember what it was racing now. Might have been a Corvette or something, but absolutely trounced it off the start, like any other.
I assume it's
vehicle.
Yeah. One of my friends years ago, he when Tesla first started to appear, he was trying to convince his boss that he should have a Tesla as a company car.
Right, yeah.
And he was sharing all the videos of it, and he was looking at whatever the sporty, powerful version of the Tesla is, and it's like, that's just insane.
Yeah, I can't remember which one, what mode they call it. There's a mode on it which is.
I think it's insane mode. Or
I think
something
it is
like
actually insane mode. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the people I work with has got one, and or work with occasionally has got one, and I had a look in it, and it doesn't look like a real car.
Yeah, they're very futuristic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the mechanic I used to repair my car would absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
With the faults that it had a month or so ago, he was getting very angry with it because it was throwing ECU fault codes. He fixed the exhaust gas valve that I spoke to you about.
Yeah.
They replaced that, and I got in it when I picked it up, and it instantly threw another engine management fault.
Oh no.
And he was not a happy man.
No.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They're a little bit too clever sometimes.
Yeah. So Yeah, all you can do is plug a machine in and it will tell you what it thinks is wrong.
Yeah. But it's yeah, and then if it's not actually that,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they had I think it was a Ford F-150, which is really rare over here.
yeah,
Someone had they brought it, gone on holiday for quite a long time, and the battery had gone completely flat.
oh,
And when they replaced the battery, the immobilizer would just not switch off.
oh,
And I think in the end they scrapped it.
really? Wowzers!
Yeah, they could not get. They had all sorts because it was at a point where I had an old Seat which was spending quite a lot of time there, and so I used to chat to him quite a bit. And they'd had
Yeah.
all sorts of, I think they'd had a Ford technician out. They'd had a bunch of auto electricians out, and could not get that thing going.
Wowzers! Be an interesting one with the insurance, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I'm guessing it had some sort of aftermarket immobilizer fitted that was just too painful to remove.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, one of my, when it was my second bike I bought had an aftermarket immobilizer fitted, and that thing was just a pain in the arse. And it's like, once they're wired in, they're just a nightmare to take out. And
Yeah. That's with something like that.
I should probably have a look to see how my tractor's doing. Oh, it's nearly finished planting. Awesome.
Oh, well, I've nearly finished ploughing, which is even better.
I've got a sea of ploughing ahead of me.
Yeah, it's still slow going, even on a big tractor. I think the implement is the restricting
Yeah.
factor. But
Yeah, I don't know whether yours might be, whether the tractors are big enough to run the Lizard GT plough for that extra little bit.
Oh yeah, could be for the 6 metre one.
Yeah, and it's only an extra few centimetres, I guess, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because ours is nearly 6.
Yeah, I think they are 5 point something, aren't they? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's that speed versus. Yeah. Tempting.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're not on here, so
They're not at the moment, no. At the moment.
at the moment, until we both need to plough more land in.
Yeah. Till we both get fed up with it 6
Yeah.
mile an hour.
Like, course play, Lizard GT plough, problem solved.
Yeah. Server running 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that means you can't play any other farm sim. So
Oh yeah, that's a fair point, yeah. Yeah.
you may not want to do that.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah, fair point.
Before I made videos, I did some. I've probably said I played on Western Wilds, no, Wild West, which is a 16x map.
Yeah.
And I used to leave my computer running sometimes, just doing jobs on Courseplay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you'd have like 6 tractors ploughing a field, and you just leave Courseplay going. I would go off and sit in a Teams meeting for 2 hours, just occasionally checking on them, and come back, and it would not be done.
Yeah, big old field, isn't they, on that map?
Yeah, it's just a shame that the maps are kind of not awesome quality.
Yeah, I think
It kind of it often goes when maps get really big. I think sometimes the quality dips a bit. There are probably really good examples that counter me saying that, but a lot of the really big maps I tried to play in FS19, the quality wasn't great.
oh, okay, yeah.
And Wild West it's a nice enough map, but it's
Yeah.
really it's quite basic, because it's lots of really big fields. I tried to play on a Canadian one, which I think was a 25. So it was a 5x5 map, so it had some weird scaling going on.
Oh, okay.
And that was the same. That wasn't, they because of the graphics load and the processing load, they'd simplified some things. And
Yeah.
it just kind of broke the immersion a bit. Not that I'm a particularly immersive player, but there were just a few bits that put me off it, and I had to fix some of the mods that it needed and stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing, that the more, if you were to have, I don't know, a map like Calmsden, as a 4X map, or you wouldn't. It would just be so processor heavy that
Yeah.
I guess that's why they do it, isn't it? But yeah, like you say, it's kind of not riveted. That's a bit strong, I think. But yeah, I know what you mean exactly.
I think the best example was Homeworld, which had about 4 or 5, farms on it, which were quite nicely done. It wasn't the level of detail of Calmston, but then it just had lots of farmland because that's what they have up where it's based on a real map.
Yeah.
So there were just lots of fields, and there was a little village which was not massively detailed, but detailed enough.
Yeah.
And that sort of worked. But I'm veering more towards maps that are smaller and nicer.
Yeah.
And Calmston, it's a similar thing. There's lots of big fields, and that means the bits that aren't a field, there's less land that's not a field, so it's done in a nicer way.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I think whereas Chellington, I think, was a bit the other way. I think there was too many farms and too many other things,
Yeah. Yeah.
and maybe it suffered a bit.
Yeah. I think I was talking to the root was now. We were saying about Chellington, and I was like, I really like that map on 19 as a console player, because it disappeared, didn't it, for a while?
Yeah.
Row with giants and whatnot, but yeah, when it came back, I was like, yes.
Yeah. It was a very different map for a piece, for a proper release, with having like 10 farms on it or something, and and so much crammed into a normal sized map.
Yeah,
but it didn't feel small.
No.
It was really well done, but yeah, it had. I got a lot of views out of videos for fixing some of the bugs in it on PC.
Oh, okay.
And I really, really upset one of Oxy's. I don't know if it was one of his moderators or testers, because I posted on VF's Discord a picture of my upside down pickup because I hit the collision that was in one of the middle of the fields.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they got really, really defensive. They were like, "We know it's there. You don't have to highlight." I was like, I just thought it was quite funny that I was driving across the field, and then my pickup truck was upside down.
Yeah. Protective, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same. I'm really protective of my stuff when people say that it's broken. So.
Yeah, I think so. Before, didn't we? You're bound to be.
Yeah. But equally, if someone sends me something funny about it, I'll still probably laugh about it after I've been really annoyed at them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you've got to try and find the funny side. As long as it's not sent with, not meant with malice, then
yeah. Oh, that must have finished. I might actually have to do some planting.
Dear, heaven forbid.
Amazingly, I've got the liquid fert that I put in. There is 175 litres left. So that's worked pretty well.
Very good. That's not bad usage then.
No, it's an immense field of soybeans.
Yeah, I'm trying to aim for the same.
Actually, it might have already planted it. No, it's done. It's just the texture looked different.
Ah, there you go. Even better then.
It's the one bit that I didn't plough, so it's direct drilled in, and the texture just looks different.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I've got probably just over a plot and a bit of land's worth of soybeans planted.
I can't actually think how much I've got. 1 second.
It's what they grow in most of America. We're fine.
Yeah, I think I've probably got the equivalent to a plot, I reckon.
Trying to reverse this planter is not good. It really likes the jackknife. Or my driving's really bad.
Oh, it's got to be the planter. It's got to be.
Yeah. Thank you.
Watching you reverse that truck in the last one, I was chuckling back and forth, and you trying to just find the trigger
Sweet.
on the
Yeah.
hook.
Oh, that trick, finding the trigger with that truck was a nightmare.
I was chuckling. How we managed to avoid each other.
Yeah.
So,
That moment as I came flying through and you started moving.
Yeah. Yeah. Not paying
Little bit.
attention at all, and then I hear is incoming.
Yeah. A little bit of fertilising to do, but that's that field done. So
Yeah, I'm not far off.
Sure.
Probably
I'm
one
making
and
a
a
lot
bit
more.
passes.
Are you still on an 11 o'clock cut-off? I've just
Yeah.
noticed the time. Okay, no problem.
Should get it done.
Yeah, I'm not going to get finished what I'm doing, but I'm not worried about not getting that finished, so I will carry on
worries.
in the next one.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think then, yeah, because it's worked actually well, hasn't it? We knocked the time down, didn't we, just to times
Yeah.
3, because we were half a day farming.
Yep. Half day Thursday.
This is going to be a really annoying width, I reckon. Oh, I'll just catch it. Nope.
See what you're up to. Whilst holding down push to talk, which makes everything so much more complicated.
It does, especially when you're trying to turn off GPS, raise and lower
Well,
an implement, and turn.
Yeah. You really are almost done, aren't you?
I really am almost done, yeah. A few bits to tidy up. A strip of shame, and then, yeah, I'm done.
I think you're just going to have to leave that and harvest it next time. Your combine will ignore it with crop destruction off.
Yeah. It will, couldn't believe that. It's like, oh, really?
You are relying on base game workers, not course play.
Yeah, yeah, forget about that.
Yeah, I've used the base game workers a bit on Calmston lately, and they did better than I expected.
It's the same old. I think if they've got enough space,
Yeah.
then they're fine. But,
Yeah.
yeah, it's I guess. I mean, well, even courseplay has its little issues, doesn't it?
It does, and sometimes it
trying
will
to
go and
wrap
get lost
bales.
as well. It will go and get lost sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, bale wrapping and course play is a bit random.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do a lot of that lately, and
Yes, I saw.
it's a bit fussy.
Yeah, I mean, even on what's the field number on Calmston? 7, I think, one
Yeah.
down by the store that seems to get the most of the grass contracts. Even on that, which is a reasonably big open field, it still likes to disappear through the hedges when it's trying to turn
Yeah.
around.
I'm not sure what video I'm up to releasing on Calmston yet, because I'm a bit ahead, which is really nice. But where I added contracts to all of the grass fields, I have more than a screen's full of baling contracts at the moment in November.
Oh,
I think I could probably spend the entire month of November doing silage and hay contracts.
well,
I don't know if the video's come out yet. I did a contract on field 27, which is one of the really big grass fields.
yeah.
And yeah, that is making me a lot of money. It should, if it's not out already, it should be out before this releases. So
Okay, cool.
it's the one I spoke to you about with the embarrassing number of excess bales.
Yeah, that was I won't say, but yeah, it was an impressive
Yeah.
amount.
And when I was testing that edit, I did field 29, which is the even bigger one up by the top left.
Yeah.
Oh, that produced so many bales. I think I had 2 big M's mowing it. I had 2 tractors with the biggest windrowers you can get, and then I had 2 fast bales going. I think.
Wowzers.
And it took me over an hour, all running on, most of it running on course play. Thankfully, it went to the sell point next to it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Um,
I do find that helpful when it does that.
yeah, I think I had to deliver about 1 million litres of silage.
Nearly as bad as delivered nearly 3 million litres of sugar beet.
Yep, that was pretty insane as well.
Yeah. It's good fun, though.
I don't know if you watching VF's American series?
I have watched a couple. I got to the one where he had to give up halfway through the ploughing contract.
He's just got a sugar beet harvesting contract on one of the biggest fields on that map. And he's attempting to do it with one sugar beet harvester.
Oh, poor man.
I would definitely have leased another one. He was talking about whether he should lease another one and whether he'd make money or not still, but you know, I can't remember how many million litres that was that he had to deliver, but that's just so much work.
It is, isn't it? That's
yeah.
I mean, we said it before, haven't we? Something like that, you've got to have two.
Yeah.
Because
the way you did it was sensible.
Yeah. 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 Well, I say that. Leasing fees nearly killed me.
Yeah, but you usually get quite a good excess, so.
Yes, I think I was just shy of 200,000 litres, so.
Yeah. Which is a half decent payday if you can get a good price for it. I can't remember if you've got a sugar factory on there.
No, I haven't.
No.
Oh, you have been busy.
Oh, you've noticed.
Yes, I just spotted the marshmallows in the field.
Yeah.
The fast bale. Good lad.
Yeah. Well, not the fastest bale we've got.
Yeah. Very good.
Yes, I will have to finish up next time because I assume you've come over so we can wrap things up.
See, I see what you did there.
Wrap things up.
Yeah, it's very good.
That's almost like that was planned.
Yeah.
Oh, you've changed jumper.
Yeah, I don't know why it's done that.
Kubota. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's a base game one because I haven't bought the DLC yet.
Maybe just Giants telling you need to.
Yeah, possibly.
So,
right.
That was a fun little episode. As you've seen, I have been a little bit busy.
You have been very busy.
You'll see when if you bother watching the video, I actually did some testing separately to see whether this was worth doing or not.
Oh.
Once I realised that I was behind after we spoke last week.
That is a substantial amount of bales, isn't it?
It is. It actually looks like more than I thought I got off it when I tested.
Okay.
I think when I tested it, I got about 60 or 70 bales.
Yeah.
I think there's probably more there already, which is kind of weird.
It's
because I bought exactly the same plot of land. And
very ingenious. Yeah, it's a shame we can't see in multiplayer, isn't it? How many you've got?
Yeah, I'll find out when I sell them.
Yeah. Cool.
Awesome. Well, I will see you next time. And,
yes.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
And you, mate. Take care.
See ya.
Well, another fun-packed, productive day on the Western Wilds with Disturbed. So thank you very, very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time on the Western Wilds. Take care.